You're listening to Opinions in Beer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does that have... That has a whiffer?
Robot voice because of...
Thick and dark looking. It looks...
Put a lot of oxygen into the fermenting yeast. They go aerobic and they start multiplying.
Great American Ale off, but I don't want to drink a bunch of American Ales.
Cause of death. Dun dun dun.
It tastes worse than Bud Light.
Straight up 10. Are you ready, kids? I mean, Ed Ray. Ed Ray, are you ready?
For some football?
For some opinions and beer. Woo! Ed Ray. Shh. Ed Ray. We're on a show. I'm your host, Adam. And you are Ed Ray 1416.
Let's play.
Today, we're doing something a little bit different.
You say that over 9,000 times.
I say that. I say it all the time. I'm trying. Cause so, Ed Ray, I want to tell you something. On Tuesdays, we tend to have a bit of a drop in downloads. Tuesday is not a good day for us. I mean, it's a day. Some episodes do real well on Tuesdays, but majority of episodes released on Tuesdays don't do the best. In fact, Thursdays and some Sundays are our best released episodes. With that being said, I want to try to draw some attention to Tuesday episodes. That's what we're doing today. Today, we're trying something different. Today, we are going to pitch right. We're going to drink, pitch right. Drink, pitch, write. That's right. We are going to drink, pitch, and write a script. A single scene script. One scene. A little short script. Fast little script. Maybe like a 5-minute little short film. Or 2-minute short film. Something like that. We're going to collaborate and discuss and write a script that will be filmed and then released later on in the month or later on in a week from now or 2 weeks from now, something like that. In the future, we will release this video. So we're going to write and then at some point produce this. Is that fun? Fun stuff?
As fun as it will be.
As fun. We're going to try it. We're going to see what it is. The idea is that maybe the idea is maybe it's successful enough that we can invite actual writers onto the show and collaborate with them and do like a little fun quick write little script. That way we can do little short films with writers that are actual writers. We like co-written by like actual directors and writers. How cool would that be?
Apparently Adam's doing this to try to get himself discovered by Hollywood.
No, I thought that'd be a fun thing because we're starting to get into videos, back into videos as far as content creating goes. And so because of that, I would like to do some more film-style videos as well as the conversational pieces that we've been doing, like the PETA video and the wrestling videos and stuff like that. But I want to do more of like maybe artsy videos that we tie into the show and release for Opinions and Beer. The ultimate content creators, Ed Ray. We are the ultimate content creators. Ed Ray.
Are we sure we're more ultimate than Jason Ellis?
Yes, Ed Ray. You were once a zombie. You once hiked up a mountain for Lock the Doors production, which produces Opinions and Beer. That means you once hiked up a mountain for Opinions and Beer.
Yep, 9,000 feet.
9,000 feet you hiked up. 9,000 feet for Opinions and Beer. To just be a zombie. To come down and get your you-know-who bitten. No, you bit someone else's you. Okay, never mind.
Rest in peace to the guy who I bit.
But first, before we get into doing this episode, doing this pitch, obviously, there's more to this than opinions of pitches and opinions of scripts. There's beer. And so now for the beer of the day. And today's beer of the day is brought to you by Pour Brothers Brewing Company from Beaumont, Texas. Pour me another, brother. This bad boy is 6.7% in alcohol by volume. It is called On The Level IPA. On The Level IPA by Pour Brothers Brewing Company. It's a it looks looking like a classic Indian Pale Ale. Just like its name suggests, this well-balanced IPA is heavily dry hopped to give a nice citrus aroma and grapefruit finish. The IPA is all about hop flavor, fragrance, and reserved bitterness that won't ruin the palate. Drink it. You know why it says that, though? Is because classically thinking, IPAs tend to ruin your palate. And they always say to review IPAs last, because the bitterness can destroy your palate for other beers. Specifically, if you're going to go from IPAs to like maybe a paler or blonder beer, or even like a pilsner, could ruin your palate and not be able to taste other beers properly. That's why they always judge IPAs last. The thing is, it's not really sometimes they might judge. I don't know if they judge them last. They should, because it ruins your palate. so any judging competition where only the IPAs are judged well, it's because they were judged first. So On The Level IPA. Let's go ahead and crack this boy open. Ooh, it's already smelled. You know what? I love the smell of IPAs. The smell of hops. So I'm gonna give Ed Ray. Okay, so before. Ed Ray does not like beer. He is a wine guy. He wines with it. We wine with Ed Ray. However, he's already reviewed the wine that we have here. And because of that, I'm going to pour him a little sample glass of this IPA. He has not tried... Whenever he does try beer, I usually make him try like the more darker, stouty beers. Or like the crazy, weird sours. So he may really not like this IPA. Because I know IPA is definitely a... it takes some... IPAs you need to build a tolerance for. Regardless of how smooth this beer claims to be, any IPA you need to build a tolerance. But you know what? We're going to jump right into it. We're going to see what a non-beer drinker thinks of the On The Level IPA. So let's pour it into this little sample glass. I poured him a tiny sample. I'm going to pour my beer. Now I get a full beer, baby. It's nice. Nice head on that, baby. Woo-hoo! So while I'm taking a picture, Ed Ray, I want you to go ahead and give me your thoughts on the beer.
Well, it smells like spoiled fruit. That's what I think of all beers. I don't know if this is going to taste like spoiled fruit, but let's see. Sort of a neutral taste.
A neutral taste, you say?
Yeah, I guess it's because I'm accustomed to wine so much that I think this is just a neutral taste. So it's going to be your opinion that counts.
Wait, but when you say, what does that mean? I don't understand your.
I could barely taste anything in the beer.
Barely? You don't even taste like any bitterness or hops or nothing?
It's a little bit bitter, but it's mostly neutral.
Like water? Does it taste like water to you?
I suppose. I mean, if it doesn't have any taste. But you're the beer man, so you'll have a better taste for it than I do.
So, I mean, he did just have a very strong wine, around a 10% wine, and it's a very a flavorful wine. Very sweet, very sangria-ish, I would say. And this being a timid 6.7, and it's saying it's going to be a very standard beer. It looks very standard. It has a very nice IPA standard reddish color, a little darkish, darker than a standard light colored IPA. A little red. It's a little red for typical. Let's see. Let's try this beer. I don't know what you're saying, Ed Ray. That it tastes like, you say it tastes like nothing. It tastes earthy, tastes herbally, tastes like earth. I'm definitely getting the grapefruit. You know, the grape. It says grapefruit notes. That is 100% accurate. It's grapefruit notes. It's not overpowered with grapefruit like some other beers. And I'm not a personal fan of grapefruit. And the fact that they're able to balance it into this beer rather nicely. They're able to balance it into the beer rather nicely where it doesn't come off strong. And it actually does help with the flavor of the beer. You're saying you don't taste nothing. What are you talking about? It's earthy, grapefruity. Not too much. Like it's more like a citrusy. Like all the citrus notes that come from grapefruit. This is a solid beer, Ed Ray. This is a solid IPA. It's a very standard IPA, though. So it's not too crazy. This though is my wheelhouse. Though this beer is the type of IPA that I enjoy. I've had other IPAs in the past, rather recently. Some of the more recent IPAs I've had have not been that great. They were not in my style. What's one that I really maybe Neighbor of the Beast. Neighbor of the Beast 667 was one that was not my style of IPA. It was not the kind of IPA that I enjoy. I enjoy IPAs more keen to this. On the Level does not. It does not meet the high standard I have ever since trying Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky is going to be. It holds such a high place for me, and so does like some of the Dogfish Heads IPAs hold a high place for me. With that being said, this is on the mark for being very similar to those, despite its low ABV. And this is a straight up keep it in your fridge beer. This is a beer you have in your fridge to just hang around. Like this is like the beer you have in your fridge. But it's very standard. It's very to style. It's not really trying anything new, but it doesn't have to. Like this is a newer brewery. I mean, this is when I say newer, I mean they recently opened. They recently opened this brewery. This is their second can release. The first one was a brown ale. This is the first IPA release into a can, and I think it's a solid. I think it's a solid beer, solid fridge beer, solid 8, solid 8, 7.5, 8, 7.5, 8, 7.8, 7.8 again. I feel like I'm rating a lot of things 7.8 recently because it's just better. It's better than average. It's way better than average. It's one of those beers, like I said, you keep in your fridge. Always have on you. Drinkability is off the charts. The bitterness is there, and it's an enjoyable bitterness, not overly bitterness. The citrusness is there. It's not overly citrus. Nothing's over. Everything is very, very about as basic and standard as you can get, but also it tastes good. So it's not like, this is basic. It's, this is pretty basic. This is good. Good basic. Good basic. Solid 8. 7.5. Come on, everybody. So that's my opinion on that. Let's get on to this to our segment. So let's bring up a notepad. We're gonna come up with something, Ed Ray. So Ed Ray, I think we should do. It's time to pitch, write, and film. We're not gonna film on the episode. Pitch and write. Pitch right. Drink, pitch, right. What are some ideas you think we could pull off for like a quick video, like a quick short film?
Maybe a detective busting a Catholic church for associating with drugs.
That seems really. Let's keep it. Let's keep it a little more simple. Let's say 2 people max. If we do 2 people max, who do you think we could get to film this video? Me and you, obviously, but I mean, maybe we can score up a Timmy. Maybe if we do anything, maybe we can do Timmy and me or Timmy and you. So we'll say 2 people max, either Timmy or me, Timmy or you. What should we? Let's come up with a name first. Let's kind of figure out what we're gonna do. What if we do it based on the beer we reviewed on the episode? What if we call it On The Level? Let's call it On The Level. On The Level. On The Level. So, what are some things you can think of when you think of On The Level?
Like what?
What do you think? What are some ideas you can come across? Like a one-person, two-person script. On the level. On the level. I'm coming up on video games, maybe like very video gamey or game-like.
Like a console game versus a PC game?
Maybe, but how would we translate that into film with two people? How do we translate that to people? Let's come up with the characters. Who do you think should be in it? Should it be you and Timmy or me and Timmy?
You and Timmy.
You think me and Timmy? So Adam, Timmy. Let's come up with these characters. What kind of character should Timmy play?
Some ghetto guy.
Ghetto guy. Ghetto guy. What kind of character should I play?
Video game nerd.
A video game nerd. Okay. Where does it take place? What's going on?
Well, this is gonna be a tough one, but I'd have to say in Houston.
Houston? No, we can't do Houston. Let's think of something we can do easily.
What about Silsby?
Okay. What are we doing in Silsby?
Now there's a gaming competition going on, and the winner gets a pass to E3.
Pass to E3. Pass. Let's not do E3. Let's say gaming competition. Okay. I'm gonna mark out Silsby too. We don't need. I guess Silsby doesn't matter. The location doesn't really matter. So gaming competition. So who's the main character? Me or Timmy? Or both?
I think it's gonna be both because it makes a compelling storyline.
Okay, so both people are the main characters. How do we open Timmy up with? What's Timmy doing in the beginning of the film?
Waking up, putting on his clothes, and singing rap before he gets out of his house.
Waking up to hip hop. Okay, what's Adam doing?
He's basically sitting down, having breakfast, and reading some articles about some video games.
Okay, so Timmy is listening to hip hop. Adam is having breakfast and reading about games. Reading about games. Okay, so that's the opening scene. Opening intro. That's pretty easy to do. Intro. Okay. So what's up? What's the next scene? How do we go forward from there? One wakes up to hip hop. One's breakfast reading about games.
Yeah, I think the Adam character goes to work, and a colleague of his informs him about a gaming competition coming up.
Okay, so now we're adding characters, but we'll figure something out. Gets informed about game. Maybe they both do. Gaming competition. So let's see. Adam gets informed. At work.
Yeah.
At work. Timmy gets informed. Maybe he gets informed by maybe like something on the street.
Like a prostitute?
No, not a prostitute. I told you, we only have so many people in this script. Timmy gets informed.
By the radio.
Radio. Maybe Timmy's running or something. Let's have Timmy. I want a jogger. Should we have a jogger? So someone be jogging, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, Timmy's gonna be informed by radio while jogging. Okay. So, I have an idea. They get informed by this gaming competition in some form of way. Okay. What if only Adam and Timmy show up to the gaming competition?
That would be something.
Maybe it's at somebody's house or something. That's what it is. Adam and Timmy show up to a strange house for competition. Okay. So they show up at the house for a competition. What happens next?
Well, they're basically informed about the rules, and then they get introduced to the game in question.
Okay. What? Okay. Introduced to the rules by, you know what? You're in this movie now. By Ed Ray. Okay. What game do they play?
What is the most popular game of today?
No, let's not do that. What's a two-player game that maybe you have games still? Do you have video games?
Can we do Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat would be crazy, huh? Do you have? Is that all you have? Do you have Mortal Kombat?
I don't know what kind of retro
Do
games.
you have any retro games that are two-player?
May not have it on me right now.
No, but you don't have any on you at your house?
Maybe some PlayStation 2 games.
Like what?
I'd have to look at it.
Damn. Okay. Introduced the rules by Ed Ray. Playing game. They get introduced to the game. Rules by Ed Ray. They play the game. It's intense. They play the game. And then what happens?
Well, I think Timmy gets angry.
Okay. Timmy gets angry.
And challenges you to one more game.
Challenge to one more game. However, Ed Ray picks a different game and says this is a sudden death final game. Okay. So what game is that? So the first one was, we're going to say it was a fighting game. Fighting game. What's the next one?
Let's see. The next one. Let's see.
Maybe do you have any like two-player racing games? Like Run On or something? Or maybe do you have a N64 still?
Probably not.
No, I think I have it. I think I have an N64 somewhere.
Well, since you're suggesting a racing game, how about Cruis'n USA? Let's
Let's put racing game, because I don't know how to get a hold of racing games. Racing game is second. Racing game is second. Second. What happens when they do that racing game? Who wins?
Well, Adam's going to win because Adam is the hero.
Okay, so Adam wins the game. Adam wins again. As soon as Adam wins, Ed Ray violently murders Timmy and then gives Adam $20
Plus a bag of Coke.
plus a bag of Coke. Finn. And then it ends. Turns to black. Finn. Maybe Adam walks away. He walks out. Adam walks off. Boom! Look how easy, look how fun that was. Now we're gonna have to film this, Ed Ray.
I'm an expert in script writing.
Now we pitched the script. We wrote the script. This is called On the Level. On the Level. Man, we just wrote that. Now we gotta film it, Ed Ray. Just remember that. Every time we do these, we gotta film what we wrote.
If it becomes a hit, then it'll be a regular.
So that's what we're gonna do. Look at that. That was no time at all. Look, this is probably one of our shorter episodes, and all we did was we pitched a script. We pitched and wrote a script, a short film. It's one of our shortest episodes.
The power of alcohol, ladies and gentlemen, it gets us to concentrate a little more.
Thank you for listening. If you listened, like I said, we tried something different today. We're gonna try this drink pitch right. That's gonna be the segment title. This is Drink Pitch Right #1 On The Level IPA by Pour Brothers Brewing Company. It's gonna be fun stuff. We're gonna try to film this ASAP. It's really quick. I mean, if this takes longer than a day, I'd be shocked. It looks like something that we could do in a day, in maybe in a couple hours. We could probably film this whole thing. It should be rather easy. Okay. And is it a good script, Ed Ray?
As good as it's gonna get.
As good as it's gonna get, and that's just our opinion. And that's fine, because all we have here are opinions and a 7.5 on the level IPA. Pour Brothers Brewing Company